Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your favorite girl in the world, and if I'm not that, just stick around long enough. I promise you I'm gonna be just that. So today I'm gonna be talking about mental breakdown because I feel it's a very vital aspect, especially when you're just coming in, like when you're leaving everything you're familiar with and coming to a new place. Because I just imagine when I first came here, away from home, away from family, away from friends, coming to a place where everything was different, culture was different, the way people interact is different, their lifestyle is different. It was a whole lot to wrap my head around. Even in terms of schooling, different. Imagine you go through, you have a long day and you come back and you want to talk to someone, and you at that point you've not made friends here, right? And you want to talk to your friends back home, and then you call them. You come back home 9 o'clock and you say you want to call Nigeria, for example, where they are 5 hours ahead of you. That's like 2 a.m. in the morning. Who's going to wake at 2 a.m.? Everybody is sleeping. So that time zone again was another thing, because you couldn't even reach out to people that you used to talk to. So it was very hard to cope, because you didn't even have your normal support system that you'd be like, babe, how far? This was the situation today. It was stressful, and they'd be like, oh, you got this, you're fine, nobody to talk to. So it was a whole lot. Now for me also, when it came to like school period where everything was different, I had to spend my hours like studying, trying to understand and get used to it. I didn't even know that period all I was doing was rinse and repeat. Basically, go to school, come back, eat on my laptop, reading, doing assignments, sleep, wake up, laptop, go to school. Like that was all I was doing. I didn't even know. Some of my friends came and she was like, I'm being honest, every time I come to your room, it's always you're always on your system, always on your system. I'm like, it's not true. First and second time it happened, third time it happened. I'm just like, okay, oh, it's true. But I was just trying so hard to like get used to the whole system. So it was a crazy one for me. But then one day it just got to a point where I got tired. I was like, there's no how, kaki no be later. At some point you would get that cycle is just too much. So for me, one day I was trying to study, it was not entry. Read, it was not entry. I was like, no, I'm done. I just called my friend. I think that day was even a holiday. I can't even remember what it was. I just called her, come, let's go out. We went to the movies. We went to chill, had fun, laughed around. By the time I came back way later in the evening, I felt better. I felt much more calm. I was able to, by the time I picked up my book, it started flowing easy. And I was just like, oh gosh, I was really stressed out at that point. So it really felt good. So another thing is, this semester I'm currently in is, for me, it's the craziest semester I have ever been through. This is because now semester is typically 15-16 weeks. My own semester, they packed 15 weeks into 8 weeks, just because we have to go on placement for the later parts, and you always have to do school coursework first. So it was crazy, because down to the week even before my final exam, you won't believe that I was still writing quizzes, because every single week I have nothing less than 2 quizzes, assignments, presentations every week. Down to the last week where you're supposed to be reading prior information, you're still reading new ones, you're still writing quizzes and tests. Like as of Friday before my Monday exam, I was not ready for any exam whatsoever. That was how crazy it was. So it was really, really overwhelming. It was so fun that one time I came home and I was just like, everything was getting to me, the stress of everything. I came back and I was in tears. I was crying because everything was just going upside down at that point. So it was really stressing and overwhelming for me. Now also imagine, okay, after this whole exam period and the whole stress, now you're going to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks, I think, with no pay. Mind you, you have bills to pay. Like that is another thing that is crazy, because it's like, how am I supposed to survive? How do you want to survive? But last, you don't get a choice. You don't have a choice. You will survive. But it's also something else that's crazy because people see and think, oh, you're lounging, but they don't even really know what you're going through. So it's crazy. Until I finished my exams, I can't remember the last time I slept 8 hours sleep. It's been forever. So all of those things, stress, not sleeping properly, not eating properly, contributed a whole lot to like having mental breakdown. But for me, when I first came here, to be honest, what really helped me, I'm not gonna lie, what really helped me to cope was the fact that I started working out. Like I fell in love with working out, and I used to go for karate and kickboxing classes. And for me, when everything is overwhelming me and I go for my classes, all I'm doing is okay, everything that is stressing me is in my school, is the assignment. I just picture it that is what is there, and when I'm punching the bag, that's what I'm punching and letting go of my stress and my frustration. And for me, at the end of the day, I always felt way better, much more calm, much more relaxed. And when I come back, I feel much more sane to tackle whatever was in front of me. So it really helped me get through that period. Another thing I also like to do was going out with friends, going to the movies. But it wasn't even every time we did that. Sometimes we just sat down in their house, put off the lights, on TV, on Netflix, sit down and watch for 2 hours and laugh our asses out. Once we are done, everybody goes, okay, fine. We feel way better and we're able to tackle what we have to do. So the most important thing is to know yourself. If you know yourself, when you feel like things are getting stressed out for you, you're getting overwhelmed, take a break. It is really important because you don't want to reach that like breaking, that tipping point where you just sit down and you're in tears. And my dear, if you need to cry, please cry. When I reached my breaking point last week or so, I came back and I was crying to my friend. Like I was in tears because everything was frustrating me. So if you need to cry it out, clean your face and do what you have to do and keep going. That's the most important thing. It's not about the fact that you crumble down. It's about what you do once you're down and you keep on going. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let go of the emotions that you bottling up there, but then you have to keep it moving. Another way I believe that you can deal with mental breakdown, especially when you're here, is like find people that are like-minded with you. Also for me, that helped me. I got to meet people that we were alike in different ways. So even though for me, I don't believe in having much friends, but I believe in having authentic connections, genuine connections. Even if it's one or two, I'd rather do that as opposed to doing 100 more. So for me, having those genuine connections, it really helps me because when I had stuff I was going through, they were also going through it at the same time. So I was able to better connect with them, and through that we're able to help ourselves through whatever phases we were going through. That was really important. So for me, those were the little ways, little tips I was able to do, and I was able to, so far I've been surviving and I've been thriving. So to everybody that is going through a phase right now, and everybody that is going through a mental breakdown right now, know that it's just a phase. It's not going to be permanent. Life is full of stages. Eventually you're going to be over it. So just keep on pushing, keep on surging, and eventually that phase will be over. This video is basically dedicated to everyone who is struggling to juggle all the different facets of their life. You're strong, you're courageous. Eventually you're going to get through this and you're going to achieve all of your dreams and goals. You got this. Just keep on pushing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.